Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies, and welcome to Not Sweden. What, were you expecting a Swedish ground forces video? Or an Apache helicopter video? That one should be fun. It should be fun. Helicopters should be fun. Why are helicopters not fun? I think I know. I think it's because they're in... You know what? No, it's not even a competition anymore. I was going to say that they rival naval forces for least balanced aspect of the game of War Thunder, but yeah, we're going to go with helicopters least balanced. What is that, a Stug? Armor, so thick. Gun, so girthy. Transmission, so beefy. And the ammunition rack on the left side from the front, I think that is, yep, stub gun, Stuggy boy. I wasn't sure. There's a lot of bushes involved. And in any event, we have some targets. We have us a B1 Tur. And I am just administering a little dose of cancer into the matchmaker because I felt like it. I mentioned that I haven't been feeling helicopters are particularly balanced right now, didn't I? I spent most of my free time today, which is in limited supply these days, on account of my girls who were very cranky today. They're both still fighting this cold, and it makes them demanding and short-tempered. And to my shame, it has rubbed off on me a little bit. Add to that the fact that I acquired the P10 today at the cost of mowing an entire apartment complex and spending the money on War Thunder. I am not happy with the state of helicopters in the game right now, and at the same time, I am starting to accept it for what it is. I didn't get that helicopter, and I would not recommend getting that helicopter expecting to have a good time with it. I know. Weird, right? I really like the look of it. And part of why I value certain vehicles in War Thunder is for how they look, for how they feel, and uniquely with helicopters, I really love how they fly. So even if everything's terrible, and everything is terrible for helicopters, like I spent about an hour and a half playing a few matches. Actually, it must have been even less time than that, but playing some Enduring Confrontation helicopter with the Ka-50, just to see if it's still overpowered, and also to finally start making progress researching Russian, excuse me, helicopters. We're going to pick up 3 kills in the Biter. Again, this was therapy. I haven't actually played this. This is the, I think the 3rd time I've taken this tank out. And I had a lot of fun with it. It's like an up-armored M3 Lee with really derpy guns. That's sort of how I see the thing. And it's just ridiculous. You can see the Germans have no trouble punching through my armor, and neither do the Swedes if I'm not angled well. So, is the B1 Tur finally a skill machine? You know what's even more overpowered than the B1 Tur? Palier's D510. Easily the best ground level premium, in my humble opinion. With 20 mil with 60 rounds through the engine and 2 very shreddy machine guns in the wings, fantastic handling, and slightly higher top speed than some of the biplanes that it will face. It's a monoplane with fixed gear that really feels like a biplane, but again, it's one of those things that's just a joy to fly. And I feel like I'm going to demonstrate that now. We got 3 kills in the B1 Tur. We are going to get more kills in Palier's D510, which again, I don't always recommend purchases in this game. This is one of the cheapest purchases you can make in the entire game, and it is so fun. It really is a blast. I highly recommend, and I think this video will do a good job of selling it to you if you're in a buy-in mood. Again, I do not recommend buying helicopters right now unless you're crazy like me and you just love the way they fly. There really is something in the way she moves. In any event, I can see War Thunder crashing in the background. Oh, patch day. It's the day after patch day, isn't it? It's gonna feel like patch day for a while, I think. Patch week? Patch month? But Brap, we don't quite get the damage we wanted out of that first pass, but I'm usually not very good at closing the deal in the first encounter anyway, and look at the maneuvers that enemy pilot is pulling off. Not bad, but not energy efficient either, and the D510 is definitely more of an energy fighter than that early German biplane. I can't remember what the name on that thing is, but it's not terrible. It's not bad at all, as many of the biplanes are. Good at what they're good at, not so great in other respects. There's sort of a reason that wings tend to be limited to 1 or less on airplanes these days, or a pair or less, I should say. Don't listen to me, I'm full of crap. But we are going to blap some more people in this match, and while we're on the subject, one of the things I appreciate about the very extremely powerful, by the way, well armored, great gun, Swedish tank destroyers is they are open top in these low tier battles, and that is just fine by me. It's always nice to find roof armor that my guns can go through, and when it's open top, my guns can go through. Brief head on with a whatever that was, and he's out of the match as well. Now with 2 air kills, again I've secured probably somewhere in the area of 500 spawn points away from the enemy team for each of those, so not bad at all. I always count air kills a lot higher than ground kills. And yet, did you want to see me fly some CAS? You know what? I don't see anybody in the sky right now. At some point, I know in this match, we're going to buzz the ground a little bit and see if we can't pick up a few easy kills on some open-topped vehicles. I haven't been paying a huge amount of attention to what my team is doing on the ground, but now's a great chance to get familiar with that. One last look at the enemy air spawn, checking the ground, because I'm really not good at spotting things in this game, and I tend to do a lot better by listening. So thank you for listening to me. I sort of lean into that myself. I want to be a good listener, but let's look for a bit, shall we? Let's see if we can spot some tasty enemy ground targets. Something open top, if you will. I wouldn't mind that one bit. Let's see, what else can I share with you guys today? This is going to be a little bit of a longer video, as you are probably aware. And this is a match that's going to go on for a while, and I just had an absolute blast playing this one, which is why I'm sharing it with you all. It is nice to actually get some kills. I mentioned that I've been playing the Israeli Apache in ground battles. Got some good hits there. That looks like... Is that Cheeky Bugger? Is that you, Qwerties? Is that you down there in the Sonderkraftfahrzeug? In any event, he gets taken down by an ally for... Is that our first assist of the game? I assure you, we're going to see some more action. And that will be in stark contrast to what we've experienced earlier today. Before I started playing Heli EC to see how that's going, I played a lot of top tier and then 10.0 matchmaker, and I just threw in something to fill out the lineup for tank RB matches. Ooh, nice gunner snipe on the well, I think it's an AA. It's another Sonderkraftfahrzeug. Another Sonderkraftfahrzeug! Why are you buying Panzers in the Sonderkraftfahrzeug store? But we also managed to finish off that Sweetie Boy recoilless gun Haver, which with 150mm derp gun is one of the most enjoyable derp guns in the game. So highly recommend myself. For what is it, our second or our third ground kill? I think it would have been our second. We got an assist and then 2 kills. Yes, okay, I'm catching up. Sorry, it's been a long day. I mentioned that the girls are still sick, and they're doing well. They just get cranky and very tired. In fact, Brooklyn was so tired, she almost never needs to take a nap. If she doesn't feel like taking one, she'll just power her way through it and take an early bedtime instead. And even then, I have to force her to go to bed, right? It's like, no, you're tired. You're doing the tired cry, not just the unhappy cry. Oh, is that a Reggiani? Is that a Pasta Boy? Pasta Boys have some very powerful fighters. I might be in over my head. 2-on-1 versus Pasta Boy and whoever the heck that was. That guy turned well, but not better than a D510. Look at the handling for this. It feels like a biplane. It conserves energy better. It really is one of the most enjoyable fighters in the game. It has significantly more engine power than the regular Tech Tree variant, and a 20mm cannon through the engine. It's one of the best premiums you can buy. It's one of the most overpowered premiums you can buy. And it's stronger than the B1 Tur. You saw yourself. We have more kills already. We got a good hit on that Pasta Boy. We got 3 air kills and 2 ground kills, 2 assists. I mean, I'm sorry, that's not a Pasta Boy. That's a meatballs and noodles fella. That's a Sweetie Boy getting the Reggiani. I stand corrected and incinerated at the same time. And, of course, we're bringing a slightly more appropriate, less overpowered aircraft into the battle now at a full battle rating higher. Yeah, Palliar's D510. I think it's the only D510 in the game, and it is a joy and a delight always. I don't generally take it out. I don't generally play this battle rating France, and this is a full up tier for it. And yet, those results are not unheard of, I assure you. It really is a delightful aircraft. And now for the denouement. For the next few minutes, we're just going to chat and have a good time. And that reminds me, there's a Discord link in the description of this video. I have really been enjoying connecting with you guys on Discord as per usual. One of you, who was it? Is it Danko Dave? Danko Dave, why are you posting these like sweaty, like greased up black guys in Edgy Teenagers? That's a little bit weird. You know, that might be taking things a little bit too far. That seems like there's sort of a porn feeling to some of those, which I think is the intention. That's getting a little bit, you know, you're sort of walking a line there. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that in a video. But all that is to say, I've been enjoying talking with you guys on the Discord, and you are all invited to join the conversation there. It's probably your best chance for getting in touch with me. Even the people that live with me could stand to get my attention there. Unless you're close enough to do as my toddler does. One of my toddlers. I have two now. The baby is a toddler now. But my 3-year-old Brooklyn will come up to me, and she'll grab my headphones and she'll take them off, and she'll say, "Take off headphones, Daddy. Look at me." It's okay. What do you need? And you know what? She needs my attention. So, where are we going with this one? I guess what I'm really saying is something that I say quite a bit, because there's new people coming in at a fairly steady rate, which is pretty surprising, honestly. I definitely haven't been doing the kinds of videos that tend to grow the channel, and I haven't been getting a ton of views, but new people keep on coming in and subscribing to the YouTube channel, so I'd love for you guys to hear that I do love to hear what you guys are saying. After all, my goal is to be a good listener, but I'm also a youth pastor. I'm also a youth pastor, and happy to fulfill that role for even people who aren't really youth anymore. Youth in America, youth in Asia, I'm down for all that. But what are you doing, Toshio? Getting a kill. I actually did kill that guy, and I missed the notification that I had destroyed him, so it was really weird just there. I mean, no, it was staring me right in the face. I told you, I miss things. I better be a good listener, because I'm freaking blind. I missed the notification that I killed him, so here I am buzzing to the ground. I'm like, stupid War Thunder, not rendering tanks. Now that I mention it, 1.97, this is really a random episode. This is what happens when I record after a long, hard day of getting my ass handed to me in the P10. What was I going to say? Oh, right, the rendering. The rendering is a lot better in 1.97. The client stability, the server client stability in Helicopter EC is still absolute trash, and it gets worse when people... It just seems... Excuse me. Oh, my legs. My dead legs. Oh, man. Oh, that hurts. I was sitting on my legs, and there's like no blood left in them. Owie. Oh, I usually don't cut off my blood supply that badly. That hurts. Is that what it feels like to die? Wow, could you imagine? Sorry. It's kind of morbid, but like, it must really hurt to bleed to death because all your muscles would start cramping. Oh, and cramping sucks. You know what? I think bleeding to death would be unpleasant. But we are. It's like, Toshio, what the heck are you talking about now? We are bleeding the enemy team out. That's what I'm... See, I brought it around. And, you know, it generally doesn't feel good to get ganked in War Thunder. But man, it feels good to be the one doing the ganking. And I must admit, it's a whole lot more fun to go stomp on some much less experienced players in my low-rank French lineup than to try and jump into top tier and figure out how to make a helicopter that's not grossly overpowered do well. I mean, come on. In Tank RB, I didn't even do that well with the Ka-50 a couple of times I gave it a shot. I actually did better with the AH-1Z Viper. But those days are probably long behind me anyway. In any event, I was playing one of the most cancerous low-rank heavy tanks, and did you see how Gaijin encouraged me to continue that behavior? I thought that was especially fresh. In any event, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I especially hope that you are all having a great time with update 1.97 in War Thunder and making the best making the most out of the opportunity. And if not, then, well, I'll be here to go through that experience for you and with you. Catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.